What's up, everyone? Name code Dustin here, Fantasy Smack Talk, tiers and rankings. Probably didn't start with Power Forward, so you probably watch some of our other videos, but if not, we got all the other videos up. This is our Power Forward rankings.
PFs.
Dustin, start it off.
Kevin Love, LaMarcus Aldridge, tier 1. You know, Love.
Love.
You gotta love Love. The only thing holding him back is the injuries, but you know he should be pretty close to 100%. Hopefully he can stay healthy this year. And then Aldridge, you know, at this point in his career, you know what you're getting from him. He's still fairly young. Should be at least another very close to 20 and 10 guy again this year.
Tier 2, I'm highlighting two guys. First one, Paul Millsap. He's now with Atlanta. Love it down there. We've been waiting forever for him to get a full role, playing total starter minutes. He's going to get that in Atlanta. I think he's going to be the man down there. I'm expecting big rebounding totals, big point totals out of him. And the other guy I wanted to highlight is Serge Ibaka. I always struggle with how high we put him, but Dustin always makes a good argument, and it's true. This guy single-handedly can probably win you the block category. He's going to get you good boards, great percentage as far as field goals go. It's pretty good. So that's the reason he's ranked there.
And he's young, big man.
Yeah, I know. Got to rank him over Dirk. I understand. It's tough. It hurt.
Tier 3, Derek Favors. You know, a guy that was stuck in that whole Millsap mess and Jefferson and all that going on last year, but that isn't nearly as big of an issue. He's going to get a lot of minutes this year, and I'm really excited to see what he can do, especially in the blocks category. You know, I think 2.5 a game is certainly plausible for him, and you know the rebounds are going to be there as well. Derek Favors, big upside. Same with Greg Monroe. You know, this is a guy, you know, looking at the Detroit lineup, it's a pretty interesting team to see, you know, Monroe and Drummond out there. Those guys are going to be fun to watch, be out on the court at the same time. But Monroe's another guy that you have to look at and say potentially could have another big jump as far as his production goes.
All right, tier 4, starting with the most charismatic player in the NBA, and that's, of course, Timothy Duncan. So Tim Duncan just keeps doing it, the old man. Had an amazing season last year, averaging almost 18 points a game, and he was pretty close to 3 blocks a game as well.
Came out of nowhere for that.
That ain't going to happen again this year. He did that years ago, and then he was hovering around like 1.5, 1.7, so don't expect the 3 blocks, and know if you get him, he's going to get random nights off, but still, when Duncan's playing, he is certainly fantasy relevant. Next, I want to talk about Kenneth Faried. This guy is just a monster. He's just Mr. Hustle. He's going to get the putback dunks, a ton of boards. The man will gotta love him. He's more than a highlight reel. And last, I want to highlight Ilyasova out there with the Milwaukee Bucks. A guy that we really liked coming into the year. Started off terrible. I mean, terrible.
It's pretty bad.
But towards the second half of the year, he really turned it on and started playing great again. So we didn't rank him nearly as high this year, but we're not going to be as low on him. I think that he's actually a decent kind of buy low guy because I think people are going to remember how bad he started the year and not remember how good he finished the year.
Tier 5, a few people I want to talk about. Cody Zeller, rookie for Charlotte. He should get instant minutes for that offense or with that team, and I think he should see playing time on the floor. You got to like that for the 4th overall pick. He could have a decent upside. Nothing too crazy, but you know, anytime a guy's going to get time on the floor, you got to pay attention to him. Next, Markieff Morris out there with Phoenix. He had some big games ending last year. He's in a great situation right now to have a lot of minutes for them this year, so we like his upside. And then Tobias Harris for Orlando. You probably remember what he did last year when Orlando only had like 8 healthy players and he was playing like 40 minutes a game. He helped me win my championship last year, so I'm very grateful for that. But with Glenn Davis, probably going to be pushing him for minutes once he's fully healthy. You can't really rank him any higher than this, but if Harris starts the season well, he could hold on to that job for the whole year and have big value.
Nice humble brag about winning the championship. All right, and tier number 6, I am going to talk about Glenn Davis because that's obviously a guy we need to talk about. When he was healthy, he played absolutely fantastic. It's looking like Harris is going to end up being the starter to start the year. If Harris doesn't live up to all the hype that Dustin's given him, Glenn Davis can certainly step into that role. So a very late pick, he might be worth a grab. And then I want to talk about Amari Stoudemire. This is a guy that always gets overdrafted, and it pains me. It is not whatever 5 years ago is. It's not 2007 or 8 or whatever. He's not the old guy. Math is so tough. He's not the guy that he used to be. He's all kinds of banged up. He's probably going to play really limited minutes. They brought in my boy, Barnyarny, that Dustin didn't talk about, that's going to start at power forward. Barnyarny's going to be hitting threes. I really like him to spread the floor for the Knicks, and therefore, he's going to play a lot of minutes. Amari's not going to play many minutes.
Tier 5 was mine. You don't get to talk
I
about
just
mine.
wanted to bring it up because you did. You got to talk about
And-
Tobias, and so you won a championship. That's what you cared about.
Good old Tobias.
That's what you cared about.
And if you call hyping up Tobias Harris as our 24th ranked power forward, then you can call him that, I guess. Tier 7, you're really digging deep at this point. One guy I want to talk about is Scola. How the mighty have fallen as far as where he was a couple of years ago and where he is now. But he's with the Pacers now. I mean, obviously, you still got to think there's a little bit of upside there, but he's going to be fighting for minutes with David West, so he's going to be coming off the bench. And then I do want you to pay attention to the Houston power forward situation. Right now, it looks like the front runners are Greg Smith and Terrence Jones. This is late, but again, you always want to be looking for guys that play minutes. And whoever wins this job will have some fancy value in deeper.
Side bet, I'm telling you it's going to be Terrence Jones. He loves Greg Smith.
I don't love Greg Smith.
Oh my God, you love Greg Smith.
I think
he loves him so much.
I think he
Terrence
might be the
Jones
starter.
is clearly better.
We'll see what happens. But this is the power forwards. This is Nameco. I'm Dustin. Questions in the forums, post them. You like that?
Great ending. One of your best endings.
Thank you.